Welcome to Your Take. This is a review of the documentary film She Did That on Netflix. This is a documentary film that goes in detail describing entrepreneurs and what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur in America as a Black woman. Check out this beginning clip.
Black women. Let me say that again. Black women. Black women are the most amazing beings gifted to this earth. I say this not just because I am a Black woman, but because it is fact. From the range of our skin tones to the textures of the glorious crowns that adorn our beautiful heads, we are the most disenfranchised, underrepresented, least protected, and still we rise like the poetry of Maya. We make everything we do look effortless, like a breeze off the island of Lamu in East Africa. Black women are the creators of all that is hip and cool. Everyone takes from us, and I say take because we are oftentimes not credited or compensated for what we excel at innately. Our fashion, how we style our hair, our delicious cuisines, to the natural curves in our thighs and hips that so many pay top dollars to emulate. We are the queens of creativity. We are the bridge to every culture because we are the culture. As Mr. 3000 sang so eloquently, we are the prototype.
African American women control about 1.3 million businesses, and they are the country's fastest growing group of entrepreneurs.
The number of businesses owned by African American women has grown by 322%.
African American women are 3 to 5 times more likely to start businesses than white women.
I want people to see the truth behind entrepreneurship.
I want you to look at me and be inspired to say, I can do that too.
I'm a product of people who were committed to seeing me thrive.
Can I do this every single month? Can I be profitable every single month?
Could I have lost everything? Yes. But it would have been much worse to live with what if.
I love that dynamic intro. Then the entrepreneurs go in detail describing the pitfalls and the success of being an African American entrepreneur. Check it out.
The business needed to be successful so that I would have money to reinvest in the next thing. So you do one flea market, you get the sales from that. Now you can go buy supplies for the next craft fair and you get the sales from that. And then you can go and you just keep reinvesting and doing that over and over again. That growth was constantly being reinvested and there was no other way for me to exist.
From day one, the Lip Bar was fully funded by me, and I worked for a year and a half while the Lip Bar was still operating. It really made me feel empowered to know that, I didn't necessarily have to seek out funding to do this, and I was able to really work with what I had to get my dream and my vision started.
We're not getting the funding that a white counterpart will get. The banks are not as excited to give us money, so it's our money, our own money. We're not building our restaurant off other people's money, whereas a lot of our white counterparts can do that. And so it's harder for us, and it seems like that most Black businesses are doing it on their own. They are pooling their money together or, digging into their savings. And, we want a piece of that pie too. So that's what we're trying to figure out. How do we get some of that money?
The first time I ever heard of Shark Tank, we were doing a pop-up with Harlem Fashions Row. Everyone is coming to our room because, when you see someone with blue lips coming out, it's like, wait. And then when you see multiple people with blue lips, it's like, what's in that room? So a producer from Shark Tank walked into that room and said, here's my business card, you should apply for Shark Tank. I had never heard of the show. So my creative director for the Lip Bar, Roscoe Spears, decided that we would apply, and 3 months later, here we are on Shark Tank. I was so taken aback, the fact that they weren't even really willing to talk to us about business. From the second that we said we were a cosmetic company, none of them were interested. Instead of actually talking to us like the business owners we were, and we are. They complimented our dresses. They said we would never get market share from the big guys. They told us that these blue and purple lip colors, you know, number one, were unattractive, and that if the bigger companies wanted to do those colors, they would do that and then crush us like the colorful cockroaches that we are. Crush us like the colorful cockroaches that we are.
One of the many reasons we're not getting the financing we need is quite simple. We're being overlooked because in most cases, people lend money to people who look like them.
Part of it might be we gotta get in front of the right people, but I also do feel like it is a racial thing, you know, about resources being available to us.
It's really tough being a woman in business, having to talk to men about this beauty brand that they don't really understand, they can't relate, they've never used these products. But at the end of the day, these are the men who are like pulling the triggers and pressing the buttons and making the green light happen for you.
A lot of times people will ask, oh, is there a moment where you wanted to give up? That you just said, oh, I can't do this. And after being in business for over 20 years, there are so many of those moments because it's hard and it's scary and it's very precarious, and there's so much that you discover as you're doing it that you don't know.
She Did That is a documentary that shows us that people who came before us have led the way so that we can do it. I give this a 4.5. I think every African American woman needs to watch it. You can check it out on Netflix. After you watch it, don't forget to comment with your take below. Thanks for watching.